Hello friends, I'm Dr. Vinay Kumar. I'm really happy to meet you all today, once again. Recently, I got a chance to go to a temple which was on the hilltop. That was the temple of Lord Muruga. It was in Parani, in Tindigal district of Tamil Nadu. A lovely place, nice place. The only thing is that you will have to climb about 800 steps to reach the hilltop to the temple. Of course, they do have the rope car and also winch. People go either in the rope car or in winch, or sometimes they climb the steps. But climbing the steps is an experience actually. I always climb the steps. And that particular day also, I started climbing the steps. People get tired usually. Climbing 800 steep steps is not a matter of joke. And so they had kept benches, cement benches on either side of the steps. That's a pathway. On either side, we have benches, cement benches for the people, those who get tired, to take rest. So after climbing halfway, I felt a bit tired, so I thought of taking rest on a bench. I sat on a bench, drinking some water that I had carried. When people climb on the steps, they usually carry a lot of things. It's a bit heavy, but even then they carry. One, the things which are needed for the puja in the temple, the coconuts, the bananas, and all those things. Number two, the things that they have to eat on the way and after going to the temple, with drinking water. It's not that it's not available there in the temple premises, but the people prefer to carry the things as they want. So I sat there drinking some water, watching people going this side and that side. Some were just climbing the steps and some were coming down after praying to the God. And then I found a very hefty man climbing up the steps. He was about 6 foot 2 inches tall and very hefty figure. The very look itself, anyone could guess that he was not from the local place. He looked like a North Indian. And he was carrying a bag, most probably the eatables and the water. And when he reached near me, I found a troop of monkeys about to go near him. The monkeys came, making some noise as if to scare this man to get that bag from him. This man just tried to shoo them away. He just made some noise, shoo, shoo, shoo. But the monkeys did not go from there. The number started increasing. One came from this side, one came from this side, and 2 or 3 came from the back. But they were all ready to attack him, to grab the bag from him. He tried his level best to chase the monkeys. He shouted, he bent as if to pick a stone to throw at them. But the monkeys were not at all scared. They slowly charged towards him. And within no time, one big monkey came and grabbed that bag from that man. That man had no other option than leave the bag and allow the monkey to carry it. Otherwise, the monkey was about to attack him. He left his bag, and some of the bananas just came out of the bag, and it was scattered all over the place. And with the bag, one monkey ran, and others also just went at the back of that particular monkey, and some monkeys stayed there to pick the bananas that were scattered there. As the monkeys were running, This man did not know what to do. He was just perplexed. He cannot just run at the back of the monkey to get the bag back. And people started laughing. And so he didn't know what to do. He just stood there. But what happened was, just a few steps ahead, up there was a boy who was coming down the steps. A small boy, timid looking small boy of about 9 or 10-year-old. That he just stood there in front of the monkey and he just stared at the monkeys. Ugh, he just stood. The monkeys stood still. They didn't run away. They didn't know what to do. As if the boy was their master, they just left the bag there and ran away to the side. They climbed on top of the trees which are on the sides of the steps and then went away from there. All the monkeys just disappeared. Just at the glance of that particular boy. I was really surprised. Here was a troop of monkeys scaring a hefty person, whereas the hefty person was not able to chase the monkeys. But a little boy of 10-year-old approximately was able to look at the monkeys and chase them from there. Why? How was it possible? I started thinking, and then I started analyzing the things I learned about the monkeys. I found out from some experts, and then I came to know one fact. Even though this man was physically very strong, the face looked fearful. That means he had fear in his face, on his face. Anyone who looked at his face could see that he was scared. The monkeys could read the face of the people very easily. The monkeys knew that he was fearing the monkeys. He was scared of the monkeys. And just because he was scared, the monkeys were not scared. They didn't go from there getting afraid of this particular man. They stood there, attacked. They knew that they could get that bag from him. But the moment they saw that boy, they found that that boy had no fear on his face. There was no point in standing there fighting for the bag. They knew that he was going to do something. There was no fear on his face, and so the monkeys were scared of that boy. This is what actually happened there. And what the experts told me was 100% correct. My dear friends, the strength is not in the physical appearance. Otherwise, that man who was attacked by the monkeys could have just kicked all the monkeys just like a football. He was big enough to do that, but he was not courageous enough to do it. But that small boy, even though physically he was very small, in the mind, he was very courageous. And that is what we require. Not the physical strength, but the mental strength. After all, fear is only a perception. It's not in the body, it's in the mind. Thank you for watching my video. I'll be coming with some other videos next time. Till we meet again, bye and take care.